Yo, my Tom, coach, man. So, welcome back to saying, hey, look, you might be wondering, why I haven't, posted any content. I'm saying, hey, man, look, listen, I gotta sort this stuff out with people, trying to, come up and have this big issue with me making content. But you know what? We gotta just get it going on. Hey, yo, look, listen, the launch just happened. I've got some things to do with preparing, we're gonna take this channel, I'm saying. So, hey, let me just break it down to you, man. So it's more to do with just trying to just get it, man. I'm saying. I mean, you know, hey, I think it's people's insecurities to say when it comes to having an issue with Brown's brand. I mean, freedom of expression, motherfuckers, freedom of expression. To say so. One of the articles of human rights is freedom of expression, and I think people are afraid to talk with their opinion. They want to just say yes to everything, and I don't got no interest in being like that. That's what I'm saying. So look, listen, Brown's brand, Jacob Brown official, he's opinionated. I'm saying. I mean, I made a video yesterday to talk about the man's search for meaning, Viktor Frankl. I'm saying the Holocaust, the Nazi regime, whatnot. Right? Some people might look at them, disagree with me. Then again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna express my opinion. I think any human being that's killed innocently should be talked about. You know what I'm saying. So hey, I've just got to address this. Whoever's got this notion that Brown has shifted channel from where it can be to personalizing his content, and I'm like, obviously, because people need to know the brand. So I'm saying, I mean, it's a real struggle because I'm Sri Lankan Tamil, right? To be on the social media space, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people will come up and be like, hey, man, we like this content back then, and we don't know what's going on. There's a shift, and I'm like, hey, man, look, listen, the Jacob Brown official brand, it's a brand just to do with Browns, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do Brown things, and I told you that before, you know what I'm saying. But for me, it's to connect with my trauma culture, and it's every single person that's watching my content is gonna be me. It's gonna be my trauma culture. Hell fucking no, you know what I'm saying. I think what's important is that we gotta just look at this, man. You know what I'm saying. I mean, look, for me, sometimes what I feel like, and I gotta just tell you this, is that sometimes people watch my content, and I always talk about this, and I just want to bring this up one more time. Do you know what I'm saying? They watch my content, and then they see me doing a little shoulder, look, a raven, guitars out. Do you know what I'm saying? Raven. Do you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get triggered, broskies. They're gonna get triggered. Do you know what I'm saying? It's bizarre because I think what people gotta realize is that they want Jacob Brown official to be the stereotype, and I'm like, fuck that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna do it well, and I'm gonna just play the air guitar while I do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not committing no crime, I'm not breaking the law, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I tell my coach, man, you fucking feel the same as what I'm saying. He's not sick and tired of people telling him what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? I just need to get myself a house, a mansion in a private gated community, so I can make more content. I'll be like, yo, let's pull up. You know what I'm saying? Imagine have you seen Wolf of Wall Street when they got that little dart, they chuck all these people on them, bored, it's at the start of the scene when they in the company, Jordan Belfort. I'm saying. So hey, look, listen, let me just tell you something, right? The brand's more, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and also I show up to my trauma culture. Look, listen, the content I have shared for the past couple of days, it's way more, just to be reflective, be introspective, be retrospective, and look at depth of what this brand is, because this brand was built up on struggle. You know what I'm saying, man? It's built up on struggle where I'm like one of those ninjas, I mean, you fuckers out there about trauma culture, you know about the ninjas, right? So those ninjas, right? They were just it's like what they say is Japanese mythology. It's not really. I mean, there was ninjas. I'm saying, I mean, there's teenage mutant ninja turtles. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'd be fucking. I'm imagine living under a sewer and you got this rat master. I'm saying, with that fucking little staff, he whacks people with. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what I gotta tell you is, man, listen, right? I'm like a ninja, and just journeying through life, just the breeze is hitting my face, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? And I because I got, I'm very opinionated because I'm an intellectual. Like I question things and I like knowledge. I'm saying, I mean, I'm not one of these stupid motherfuckers that are sitting, in front of the screen going, "Oh, right. Even though, like, like, God damn, get the Samoan tongue up. Hey, shout out to Samoa, man. We're pulling up to Samoa. You know what I'm saying? I just got to tell you in it, like, I'm really intrigued with individuality. You know what I'm saying? I'm intrigued with just great examples of people, like successful people. You know what I'm saying? I spend time educating myself and I spend time reading because I'm the type of person that like to celebrate other people's success. You know what I'm saying? So here's Brown, a ninja, pulling up here. You know those ninjas behind them trees in the front of them to pull up and you can't see them until they pull up and they're like, and they got this little katana. You know what I'm saying? They pull it up and they be like, what's that? What's that show again from was it Cartoon Network or some bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Samurai. I think was it called Samurai? It was called Samurai. It's a guy it's a cartoon that I used to fucking watch. You know what I'm saying? But man, what I'm trying to tell my culture is this. Look, listen, hear me up, motherfuckers. Get the air guitars out. So with me, I just had to go and just figure some shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I went through this whole journey called life, and then I think along the way, I think people misunderstood my whole journey. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I mean, especially coming from circumstances that I was coming from, I was not privileged. You know what I'm saying? My family wasn't privileged. You know what I'm saying? I was coming from this hustle, graft, grind, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And and I think the world is ready to see me. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go visit these places because, hey man, when you're brought up in a community where people known you since you was young, and then they want to just project that bullshit onto you when you're in your 20s and shit, and then they're like, oh, we know it, I mean, especially these toxic family members or toxic people that used to know you, and they want to place you in a label, man. Look, listen, I got love for the people that used to know me, and they still got respect, and they always represent me. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there who's possibly watching this who used to know me, and they still be like, hey man, you know what? We used to fuck with him, man. He's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? There's girls that I've seen. That I know I've seen, not the girls that are going around saying, hey man, he dated me. No, he didn't. He stayed with me. No, I didn't. Saying, if it doesn't come out the horse's mouth, don't fucking listen to these absolute, little, idiots. I'm saying, hey, So what I gotta tell you, my trauma culture is this. Look, listen, I went through this called life, you know what I'm saying? Air guitar for that, you know what I'm saying? And then, I'm like a ninja, like a journeyman, just going through this whole thing. And then now, I'm trying to just, focus on building the message for the brand, which is, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Obviously not break the law, commit no crimes, you know what I'm saying? But obviously show up, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, listen, if you have checked out all my content, I was yesterday at, I kept just having a conversation about, man search for meaning. Then I put some content out in Excel. So I might be traveling somewhere this month, to go just, start the process, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, listen, my trauma culture, man. What am I trying to, get from here is not what people are, doing on socials, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do my thing, you know what I'm saying? You might even see me pulling up to some fuck knows where in the world, right? Because I want to pull up there, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it real to my culture, man, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's important that, when people watch my content, and I said this at the start of the video, I'm like a trigger point, you know what I'm saying? I just, break the stereotype. I'm not the guy that, they claim, and I'm, gotta tell you, I'm that guy, you know what I'm saying? And, I think we live in a society where it's fist over, knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a backward mentality, you know what I'm saying? I'm focused on education. I'm an entrepreneur. I think it's about being resourceful and, being an entrepreneur or whatnot, right? Regardless of where you are on the stage of being an entrepreneur, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, listen, materialistic bullshit, car and bullshit, or some chain and some of these rappers. Hey, man, shout out to the rappers, but, that don't mean shit, if you're an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at, the successful entrepreneurs out there in the world, the tech space, and you got, Larry Ellison, you got, start with Bill Gates, you got Steve Jobs, Marx. They just pull up normal t-shirt and bullshit, you know what I'm saying? What I gotta tell you is, man, everybody has their journey when it comes to being an entrepreneur. So I just gotta tell you, in that, space where I'm gonna just do what the fuck I wanna do. My content is for my trauma culture. I talk about what I wanna talk about. I have my opinions about it, and that's how for me, I'm going to find my tribe, the collective that's going to come back and watch my content. So, like I tell you, man, you gotta, get used to me just playing the air guitar, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, I'll be doing this in the bus, just be like, they be like, what's this? And I'm like, man, can you feel that? One time I was sitting like, at some restaurant, come back in the smoking area, and I was just sitting there and I had a bit to drink. Like, it's been some time since I drank, like, it's been like in November, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I was just having a bit, what was it again? Like, I had a bit of Courvoisier, and I had like, a couple sorts of shots of Jack Daniels, but I was like, sipping on the Courvoisier, and I was just out there like, getting the air guitars, and I was like, just this. And the girl that was right next to me, she was like, what are you doing? I was like, Connie, can you hear that? She was like, what do you mean? And I was like, hey, but can you hear that? And she was like, no, not really. I was like, it's the air guitar, man, can you hear that? And she was like, I was like, come close. And she was way talking to me, and she pulled up and she was like, what can I hear? I was like, can you hear that string? Can you hear that? Hey, man, hey. Browns Brown, my trauma culture. Go check out all my content down below. I've got some learning to do. I'm just focused on keeping me busy today, I'm saying. So, hey, I just have some Twix bar and some crisp. See what's up, I'm saying. Hey, yo, keep it positive and, yeah, keep it positive, I'm saying. Let's get it, man. Jacob Brown official. Yo, hey.